but some easier team would have been much nicer. Last night's game was phenomenal. I think what we took away from it was that North Dakota State is certainly a wagon, but Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are going to be a problem. Now, the conversation goes beyond that because they also have Jimmy Horn Jr., who was running wild. Both those guys had 7 receptions, over 100 yards. Shedeur threw for 400 yards and some. He's been very massive clip. They still seemingly have some of the same problems, at least in the first half, that they had last year. Offensive line was kind of getting bullied a little bit. The defense wasn't able to stop anything. Charlotte was taking cheap shots seemingly every single play. I'm trying to set it down. He got called for it. He stopped it. But nonetheless, this Colorado team was a spectacle. Shedeur takes shots like that, stands right up. He's a tough guy. I mean, he can spin it. I appreciate the way he goes about his business. But I don't know if what we saw last night leads to Colorado going to the college football playoff. And I don't know if what we saw last night leads to them winning 4 games, which a lot of people on the internet thought. I thought they were happy to get a win. We move along to next week to Nebraska, and we keep trying to stack some things, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, I think we found out what we already knew, and that Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are 2 of the most electrifying guys in college football. It's just the way it is. But like you said, you're expected to win that game last night. It's at home. We knew, and you talk about the defense, like Shedeur said going into the half, he's like, hey, we have to score on every possession. So, I can't throw interceptions. We can't have 3 and outs. We've got to clean some stuff up. But you're right. Like, you're supposed to win that game. We'll find out.
His catch is not supposed to be caught, though.
That was ridiculous. That was one of the best catches in college football in the last several years. But like you said, we'll find out. Right. Like, you're supposed to win that game. We'll find out.
His catch is not
That was ridiculous. That was one of the best catches in college football in the last several years. But like you said, we'll find out next week what Colorado's really all about. Because Nebraska, obviously under Matt Rule, like there's a lot of hype with them. Colorado's dogs going into that game. If they have a good showing against Nebraska, I think that kind of quells a lot of the doubt that people have.
That catch right there is going up for catch of the year. There was a guy that caught a football earlier on this hill, watching it with a camera. Going to be up for catch of the year as well. But what Travis Hunter did last night, there was people on the internet, and I saw people that I respect with big brains saying, this dude's a wide receiver. What do we do?
Yeah.
He didn't make a couple tackles. He got blocked early. I think people are like, he's not one of them. He's a long way corner.
Yep.
He is like telling corners being asked to go field the run. We're going to make tackles. He's not going to do 120 plays.
Yeah, played every snap with 2 less.
It is a freak show to watch. It is so much fun to see them play football. But once again, there's still a lot of questions to be asked. Kevin White is a man who led an incredibly successful offense for a long time. What are your thoughts on the Colorado offense? Shedeur and Travis and Jimmy and everything they're doing?
2, 5, and 12 are talented. I know they say 12 won't tackle, but I saw him come and plug a hole once. Timing. He has it down pat. He understands the timing of the offense. He throws a great ball.
Damn, you country as fuck, boy.
Respect for credit he deserves for his touch on his passes. And again, like you said, he's a tough guy. He's gonna stand in there and take the hit and make the throw. So
I can't let him take none of the food now.
Until they come to Morgantown.
As a guy who was a former D1 AA football player yourself, what did you expect from North Dakota State last night? What are your thoughts on Colorado's win?
Well, here's what I gotta say.
I did 0 wrong.
Yes.
Nothing. Just explain,
hey,
no it's good. It's
disrespect. Listen, Tyler Roll.
I was just being too much for her.
They have a stout run game. Some of the best. All right, some of the best. All right. It's still 1 AA. Okay, what are you doing, Colorado?
It's not football. It was a good win.
What's a good win?
Any win.
Any win. So we're on that boat last year, huh?
Talking about any win. If we were 10 games and they win tomorrow, it's something that we talked about anyway. It's going to be talked about a historic win. And the name that's going to be associated with it is the starting quarterback for the West Virginia Bulldogs. That's a phenomenal shirt. Yes, I absolutely love it. We have a chair for you if you want it. You can do whatever.
Best fans in the nation. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, Gary, I don't want to, hype up the game too much. I think we all kind of understand what's happening here.
Yep.
They canceled classes K through 12 so that we can start this weekend.
Yep.
And these fans have been out here, some of them since literally 4 a.m. And the energy's only going to continue through noon tomorrow to go watch your ass run wild all over Mountain Airfield.
Yep.
I feel like your guys built for the moment, but how do you feel here one day removed?
Yeah, we feel great. Had a great week of prep. We're really looking forward to going out there tomorrow at 12:06, playing some of the best games in the country.
Die.
Mountain Airfield's going to go bananas. The electricity.
Rita, I was going for.
Tonight, what's your mindset? What's your thoughts? What's the rest of the prep look like for Friday? So then I assume tomorrow morning, all systems go to run.
See it for another day. I'm dead already.
We're gonna do our routine on Friday nights. Wake up tomorrow morning, ready to go and ready to kick this thing off.
The boys will have some questions for you. Last one from me. Has it felt different this week? Have you viewed it differently?
Go. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
You're in the Heisman conversation early, which is massive respect to you and everything you did last year. But how have you guys viewed this year? Would you try to keep it as a normal game week, or do you understand that this is a massive game for the program, for the state, and for the team as a whole?
Yeah, obviously you can feel it. Even like a month ago, you could feel it around campus. This team's ready to go. We've had a great camp. We're ready
Push it to the limit.
Connor has a question for you, TJ.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Neil Breezy shirt on. It looks unbelievable. One of the things that we took away from Neil Brown as of late is that sweet, sweet goatee. Was that your idea when the team saw that? Was that something that everyone just kind of rallied around, or how does the team feel about the new facial hair?
I think the team loves it. He's a known goatee guy, and I think he'd be the first to say that. So I think the goatee is here to stay.
Thank God.
Have you seen a different Neil Brown this year? The Neil Breezy shirts are awesome. Like, I love everything about it. But has it felt like a new Neil Brown this year, like with the team that you guys have? Because there was a time where we were trusting Klein. They were saying some bad things about him, and that's going to happen at West Virginia, a place that's very passionate about their football. But now expectations are through the roof. Have you sensed any difference between Coach Neil Brown, other than the look and the sweet American flag hat that he was wearing on SEC TV a week ago?
Yeah,
Dead kids. No kids.
He's kind of been the same guy. I think he expects a lot out of this team. Rightfully so. We've got to go do something special. So fall camp was really hard. Spring ball was really hard. So now it's just about putting all this pieces together and going to play.
Pat White has a question for you.
Essentially, at the receiver position, you all don't get much respect. But can you talk about the guys that people are sleeping on that you get to throw to every day, and that are going to show up on Saturday and make things happen for you?
Yeah, I think you start with Morgantown's own Preston Fox. He's been great. Super dependable. You got another West Virginia kid, Hudson Clement, who's been special. And then one that's close to my heart, share the same hometown, Traylon Ray. Is going to be. He had some big time plays last year. And then we got two new guys, Justin Robinson, transfer, who's a big physical guy, and then Jaden Ray, transfer from Oklahoma State. They're super physical.
What's happening?
Then we got a tight end who's 6'7" and he can run the hell out of a route. So we're special on all areas of the field, and now it's just up to us.
Pat, I don't know if you know this, but after the spring game, the person that hosted the chemistry, camaraderie building cookout for the entire team was Gary Green. So that's always good. When the quarterback is the one that's hosting the cookout, I'll say this team, because I feel like the chemistry is through the roof. And what should we expect maybe from the
Ted's gonna come in clutch.
Cookouts together, with the whole Morgantown cookouts. Yeah. And then kind of spring game was a big cookout. This team's really, really tight. From both sides of the ball, offense, defense. everybody's super tight. You know, we're all about it in one goal.
Tell this question.
Yeah, GG running wild, brother.
What the hell?
And with the diversity and the team and the offense, I wrote a college football preview. It's pretty good. In there, I said that you just ooze pizzazz and charisma. And moxie. Have you always had that? And like you running and obviously making plays out of nothing. You've always been like that. Like you've been with.
Yeah, so kind of going into my play style, you know, my favorite player is he was my favorite player. And then really, I took a visit here my junior year of high school in 2019. I fell in love with everything about this place, the people, the university, the state, everything that it stands for. I met up with the students, and this has been the perfect place for me. And I'm excited to make this year a special year.
A beer truck has a question for you.
With the changes you made at offensive line, do you feel comfortable with these guys coming up?
Thank you for Zach Frazier, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Zach Frazier, old roommate. Great time here.
I think like, yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful day. Hopefully nobody hurts you.
Thank you. Why are you so scared?
It's so good, dude.
I hope you have a wonderful day. Hopefully nobody hurts you.
Thank you. Why you look so scared?
I hope you have a wonderful day.
Oh, he's so fucking good, dude. He's the best. So good.
Why you look so scared?
I hope you have a wonderful day. Hopefully nobody hurts you.
Thank you. Why you look so scared?
Yeah, that's the best, man.
Yeah, so, you know, everybody on an offensive line has played a lot of ball. Brandon Yates is stepping in the center. He's a sixth-year guy. He's played.
She became huge, didn't she?
This dude's cool, man. Yeah, he's the man. He's like the next fucking. He's like the.
I know this might look nasty and disgusting to some of you guys, but the fact is, if I want to be part of their life and have to be part of their life and everything they do. And if they are having a feeding session, this is just totally natural because you see, she's cleaning literally me, and I'm cleaning her. They're basically cleaning the blood out of their fur. And so she walks up to me and asks me literally to do that. Look how she puts her head on top of my arm. And if I don't do that, I just don't fulfill my responsibilities as part of the pride. And yeah, had to get used to it first too, but if I want to be part of their life, I have to adapt to their life too, and that's what it is. Bon appetit. I know this might.
This motherfucker's the shit, bro. Fuck. The tiger. What's it? Crocodile hunter is a tiger hunter. Beast master. Man, we got one. So we got the hyena, the lions. Oh yeah, that's the one that ran into him. Damn, what was just switch mode?
Hey guys, now today I want to compare with you guys two of the most.
He's had them some babies or something.
Lion and the spotted hyena. Both of them are very social animals which live in big groups. Hyena groups are called clans, which are led by their females and which live according to a very strict ranking system. While lions live in pride, which are led by their one and only king. The rest of the pride are only females and their offspring. Now let's compare
Right.
the physics.
That's when
While hyenas have
one of them
non-retractable
take
claws
over.
like dogs or
They go
wolves,
get.
lions, they have razor-sharp retractable claws, actually like a normal house cat, just way, way bigger. And the craziest thing is, did you guys know that even though the hyena is way smaller than the lion, their jaws are way, way stronger? Now, as this is an educational video, don't forget to drop some interesting facts about hyenas and lions, and share this video with all your friends to inspire and educate the world. Hey guys, now today I want to compare with you guys two of the most famous African predators, the African lion and the spotted hyena. Both of them are very social animals which live in big groups. Hyena groups are called clans, which are led by their females and which live in
You're sick. She might know you come back.
which are led by their one and only king, and the rest of the pride are only females and their offspring. Now let's compare. While hyenas have non-retractable claws like dogs or wolves, lions, they have sharp claws, actually like a normal house cat, just way, way bigger. And the craziest thing is, did you guys know that the hyena is way smaller than the lion? Their jaws are way, way stronger. Video, don't forget to drop some interesting facts about hyenas or lions and share this video with all your friends to inspire and educate the world. Hey guys, now today I want to compare with you guys two of the most famous African predators, the African lion and the spotted hyena. Both of them.
You got more stuff?
In case you need to.
Man, crap my back, bro. Ooh. Oh, damn. Hey, so I wish I would have been in Australia. They can't talk and stuff. He's talking though. We just don't understand it. Man. I don't want him to go crazy, dude. That's pretty awesome right there, man. 700,000 likes. What the hell is he doing? Fight for the throne. The lions fight for the throne. Now, shit. What? What they showing you YouTube? What's buying that shit? Oh.
Now, I did report yesterday evening the vet that if today the lymph got worse, then we have to dart him and give him medical care. I not going to be the case. Let's hope the best.
If they dart him out, he can't be around. They cannot see. There's no way no way they see that. God, you can rip him apart right there, but you don't fucking do it. He comes in to save the day. Mom's putting the body in front. That's a really good video. Oh yeah, some fucking water or something. Yeah. Oh, I knew it. I knew he was gonna get sick from it, motherfucker. God, Ted, man. Come on back here. That's wild. He just chilling alive and shit.
Ready to step in the center. He's a 6-year guy. He's played every
Perfect
position. He's played
monkey,
guard,
perfect.
tackle, and now he's playing center. And then just playing up the right side. We played a ton of balls, so I think they're all ready to go.
Last question here for you from Chad right over there. Yeah, just you personally, after being in the offense for another year, having a bunch of starts under your belt, how much better do you feel like you've gotten from where you were at last year at the start of the season? Like, did you feel like there are areas that you've gotten much better at?
Sorry, he was lost to quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this whole offseason has kind of been about finding those weaknesses and improving those so we can really go and have a special year. So I think working with my quarterback coach David Morris out of Mobile, Alabama, really working hard with him throughout the whole offseason to where
Areas that you've gotten much better at in order to kind of take you guys over.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this whole offseason has kind of been about finding those weaknesses and improving those so we can really go and have a special year. So I think working with my quarterback coach David Morris down in Mobile, Alabama, really working hard with him throughout the whole offseason to where I can go put together a special year this year.
Jackson, Alabama, very close to Mobile, Alabama. Absolutely happy to hear that. I'll get another shout out. Aaron, last question for me. When I say run wild, did you start appreciating what I started saying there? Did you take what I was saying that? And I don't know if you've heard James Franklin say that all this shit dies to him. It's like his bulletin board material. And a lot of it has been, and Derek Green's about to run wild all over the place. How does the team feel about the expectations, the thoughts, all this shit that's kind of surrounding this movement? And have I added more bullshit to your life? If so, I do apologize.
No, not at all. Funny. First time I heard you say Gigi running wild, I was in the car riding back from Europe. I was just landed and I saw that on my phone. So
Don't hate it.
no, love it. I love the support of all the Mountaineers that came before me. We're trying to do something special this year. We feel really good about
The Lord's
the
God,
players,
of course.
plan, everything that we have in place.
He's sick.
Now it's just out there on the play.
Hey, tomorrow night, cookout. Tomorrow. Go make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting corner.
Big dog.
Hey, brother. Hey,
Yeah.
The Pat Cam is a great addition to the center. And people were that, yeah. Hey, is that the actual Mountaineer mascot right there?
That's a replacement. He did not win the contest.
I based it off him, right?
How'd that guy get that sign up there? How'd that sign get up there? Damn it. Hey, it's good Zoom work, brother. Ain't changing it. I love that dude's moxie. Oh, yeah. This guy. Yeah. Just very comfortable, good quads.
Great quad.
This
Yeah,
guy's
nice calves, too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does got good quad and good calves. Implants on. You know,
They
because
look like it.
hey, once he starts doing this, once he starts doing that, you see he's a gamer. You know, like I think the thing I love about him most is like when he gets into it, you can tell he's like
He's awesome.
he's adult.
Oh, he's
like
wild.
inside, outside, the way he plays. I love everything about it. It reminds me of a moxie that a certain five had. Do you feel that whenever you watch Derek and whenever you talk to him?
He got a little bit of a baseball background, so you know he's cool under pressure. I like it. I love to see him go.
Tomorrow could look like the most insane day in Morgantown in like 30 years.
Yeah, it will be.
Be so sick. Well, the man that'll be leading that has a phenomenal goatee.
Yeah.
A phenomenal
Right.
head coach of the Buccaneers.
Big dog. Oh, yeah.
Doc, get this out of your way. The quarterback staying hydrated. You bring 2 bottles while he's up here. Obviously, it's incredibly hot. All right, Neil. What they're chanting there is trust the climb. That has been your mantra since you got here. Is trust the climb, trust the climb.
Yes, sir.
There was times where a lot of people
They didn't trust it.
they were not trusting the climb.
Yeah.
Going into this season, how last season ended with starting quarterback returning, seemingly some veteran leadership. It feels like all of West Virginia is behind you. Do you feel that? And what are the vibes going into the season?
Yeah. Well, this is such a unique place, which I know that everybody on this stage really understands that. And you've lived it, Pat's lived it in some of its highest moments. All right, the Runaway Beer Truck has definitely felt it from the people here at the stage. And man, it's when you've got momentum, and we have momentum right now, and you have 1.8 million behind you, man, it's special. And it's our job to keep going hard.
Okay, so the vision of the team that you had whenever you got here to what it is now, similar? Are these the types of guys that you wanted to be West Virginia Mountaineers under your leadership? And how do you view like recruiting and team and portal and the guys that you have taken in your part?
Well, fair question. So what I would say is you have to go back to January of 19 and think about how much different college football was in January of 19. I didn't have the vision that we were going to have COVID. I didn't have the vision that that NIL was going to take the role it's taken. And so I think probably no different when you started this show. When you quit playing and decided to start this show, like I would say you're better at it now than you were when you started. You know? But and you learn the business, right? And it's no different for me. Like I've been very fortunate. I think each year you learn, and like we hit a giant reset. We did not play. We did not meet expectations in 22. Didn't play very well. I thought we underachieved, and we hit the reset in January of 23. Vision of how we want to play, and you study history. You study history. You hope to repeat it, maybe even exceed it. And I like the team. You know, we built it around. We want to be disciplined. We want to strain. We want to be smart. We want to be tough. And we've got a football team that has that identity. Now we have to show people what's up.
Hey, you're stopping by College Game Day tomorrow doing warm-ups. I very much appreciate you being gracious with your time here. The people are thankful for it. What is the one thing you're looking for from your team tomorrow? Like, obviously, nobody really knows what their team looks like until you actually start playing practice. So what's one thing you're looking for early and be like, okay, this is a question, but now we got to figure it out?
Well, the message has been pretty consistent is, hey, you want to peak when things around you are peaking. And, like, things around here are peaking. It's like the atmosphere, the atmosphere around here is unbelievable. We had a radio chat last night that was standing room only. It's sold out. It's been sold out for a really long time. And so the message for our team is man, we need to peak at that time as well. And James Franklin, Penn State's going to roll in. They've got a great team. And they handed it to us last year at their field. Yep. And now we've got to be able to rise to the challenge. We've got to be able to rise to the challenge. and show the progress that we've made over the last 19 months. And that's the goal.
Take truck Penn State. They're trucking in. They are trucking in from Penn State, obviously Happy Valley.
Right.
They hopped in their trucks, trucked Penn State. They came down here, and obviously they're going into a buzzsaw tomorrow, Coach, which I know you absolutely love. Connor has a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Coach, so what are the next 20 hours? Like, obviously, you know, you mentioned the preparation's kind of been done. Is it more so kind of taking care of the body? Pat mentioned GT drinking 2 bottles of water. He's probably drinking another gallon going in tomorrow morning. Like, how does that kind of go as you gear up for noon?
Yeah, first of all, I appreciate you wearing my man Dan Stratford's jersey right here. Like, hey, support. Hey, West Virginia went to the College Cup last year in men's soccer, so yeah, right on point. Yeah, right on point. Yeah, so we had practice this morning. They've got a little bit of downtime now for we'll do some of the recovery stuff that we have, and then we'll come back at 5 o'clock. We got meetings. We'll do dinner, and then head to the hotel. Do lights out about 9:30, and then we're getting up and going. Pre-game in the morning. We kick off at a little after 12. So 3 games at 8. We'll do a walkthrough right after that, and do the man trip. And you want to the closest thing that we'll have to the man trip. It won't be exactly like this. But man, the man trip's going to be packed, and then we get off. Yeah, so the man trip's our walk into the stadium, and it's really a hat tip to all the coal miners. And yeah, it's a hat tip to the coal miners, and so when you go to the mine, you ride a little trolley cart, and they call it the man trip, and wherever you're going to work for that day, and that's us as West Virginia football. Acknowledging the past in the state.
So you guys walk into the stadium, place a donation. Are you listening to music? What are you doing? Are you taking it in?
Yeah, here's what I like. First of all, that's not normal. Like, this isn't normal behavior. You'll probably become accustomed to it, but like, this isn't normal to have this many people in one setting. It's not normal to come to the man trip. It's not. So. Yeah. What a cool setting. Hey, what's up? Hey, so like this right here is not normal. So we go through this man trip. Man, I'm looking through the eyes of my 9-year-old son walking through there, and I'm like, man, it's pretty cool, you know. And so, hey, can I give a gift? Can I give a gift real quick?
Absolutely.
Right. So I watched the show last Friday.
Oh, no.
All right. I watched the show last Friday. All right. I watched the show last Friday.
We did.
So what do you give the people that have everything? Right? Like you'll have everything. You're living the life, man. And so I'm gonna get to these in a second. So living this. All right. I knew it was hot out here, so right. Country Road Trust beer. Here we go.
Come on. Waiting for a pint all day.
So
Robert Pike.
look, pass those around. We're gonna leave Pat out. He's got to be together.
Thank you,
All right.
Robert.
Yeah. So we got some. These are cold now. Like they're cold beer. We're not serving hot beer around here.
Hot cold.
All right. Yeah. We got.
Oh boy.
Whiskey wine. We got Country Roads Trust. All right.
That's a good year.
That's right. So, hey, you go through that in your own. Now these are the black coal hats. Everybody's got one on stage. Okay, everybody's got one. But I got it.
Wait, Pat, I thought you were done.
Yeah. I said that last Friday was going to be the last time I drank beer for the rest of my life. Hoping to go to Neil Brown deliver some Country Roads Trust beer in front of thousands of volunteers. You have to chug one down. Cheers, beers, cheers to you, Bill. I appreciate you, buddy.
Cheers, Coach. Thank you, Coach.
God. All right, that's it.
That's it.
You're starting to sick with things.
One more beer.
Sorry, talking about it. Oh.
Hey, come on, doggy. All right.
everyone's saying the Big 12 is wide open. I don't believe that. These people don't believe that. There's only one team that's going to win the Big 12. But did you guys address that at all when Texas, Oklahoma left, just about the landscape of the conference that you're in?
Yeah, so we really didn't talk a whole lot about Oklahoma and Texas leaving. What we did is we talked about this equality. And we got 116, and you look, we brought some quality teams in the last 2 years. You know, Cincinnati came in, they've been in the playoff. You know, Utah's been won multiple Pac-12 titles. So you're bringing in really quality teams. And here's the thing, like, so we've got to win playoff games. Big 12, we got to win some playoff games. But if you look from top to bottom, the Big 12 is the most competitive league. But what we've got to do is we've got to go win those playoff games to move ourselves up the ladder as far as the Power 4 conference.
Yeah, and obviously you got to put the work in every single day, every single week. College football needs the world to see your program and experience your program. 50 recruits this weekend. Is that the record?
Yeah, we had to turn them away. So it's the 50 of the who's who recruits, and but they're going to see going to the best atmospheres in all of college football. It's going to be electric tomorrow.
I think it's the right weekend.
Yeah, it's the right weekend.
Coach Smith has a question for you, Coach.
Coach, talking to Jed Redding, you know, a little bit about your preparation for this season.
Yeah, so I think it has to be a tenet of our program here. And we were purposeful about that in fall camp. And Jen will tell you. And so we took this approach on, we had 2 scrimmages, 2 full contact. We went over 120 plays in both scrimmages. And the reason we did that is because we got to prepare week 1. It's kind of an NFL mentality. We treated them as 2 preseason games, you know, and really trying to tell our team, hey, this is game 3. It says game 1 on the schedule. We've already played 2 full games. Now, this is game 3. We should know who we are, what we're about. We tackled as much as they let us tackle. And so that was, we got a little sound going on here, huh?
No, you're good.
All right, so, but no, I thought that we were really physical, and I think we have to be. That's how we're going to have to win in this league.
Yeah, he dropped his
Yeah, I agree with you.
I
think that has been kind of some of the aura that's really helped our team in West Virginia over the past. Being that underdog there, you just got to bring that physical aspect. And I know today's game, in the modern game, we're trying to retain, you know, injury reduction and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to really get a grasp of how a modern coach in today's world gets that physicality aspect.
Yeah, so what you have to do, there's a bunch of science, all right, but you got to trust your eye as well. So there's science, like we never practice more than 3 days in a row, you know, which for old school football, that's crazy, right? But you're trying to peak. You're trying to peak when we kick it off tomorrow at 12:05. You got to peak at that time. But you can't, this is a physical game. You can't take the contact out. It's not a contact game. And we trained our guys during fall camp. And we were very fortunate. We came out relatively healthy. We came out to this point with most of the guys we expected to play are going to play tomorrow.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Pat White has a question for you, Coach.
Yes, sir, Pat.
Earlier, Coach, you mentioned that 1.8 and how special it is. I know you spent some time down in my home state at Troy, where you're not the top dog. Here, you are the big dog. So how does that feel to you, and how do you convey that message to the recruits and the current players that are here?
Yeah, well, first of all, Daphne, Alabama, met your brother over there. Yeah, and so that's a special place. And what's great for my kids are here, or my daughters are here today. My wife's here, and Alabama was great to us. We spent 9 years there, and very fortunate to be there. First offensive coordinator job, first head coaching job with boys, so very partial to Boyd University in Alabama. But West Virginia is unique, and I'm from Kentucky. I'm from Central Kentucky, so I feel like I understand the Appalachia background that both states have. Kind of kindred spirits, West Virginia and Kentucky. So I think that works in the favor to understand. And I said this on another program, is there's 3 like programs in the country to me that are only one Power 4 football team in their state and no professional sports at the highest level. And that's Nebraska, that's Arkansas, and that's West Virginia. And in West Virginia, the thing that's unique to me is you have an opportunity to affect an entire state. You can affect you can give hopes and dreams to an entire state by how you perform on the football field. You did it. You know what I mean? Owen did it. Pat did it. You lifted the hopes and the dreams of the entire state by how you played the game. Not just that you won, but how you played the game and how you embraced the people. I think that's why Garrett's become such a fan favorite, because he's embraced it. He understands the culture. He understands the importance. He understands that we represent a blue collar people that are passionate about the Flying WV, and they want to see guys that spill it on the field. And very appreciative of you three guys. I appreciate you being here and bringing this to me. And I think for our program that this has been a big lift for us.
Well, we're incredibly lucky to be here. Thank you for welcoming us back. I think that is a big part of the conversation. Alongside Red Baker, athletic director, who will be joining us later, we feel back at home. It feels like Morgantown in 2007, 2008 right now. The vibes are through the roof. Can't wait to see what we do with the team this year. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the West Virginia Mountaineers, Neil Brown. And as we wrap up this first hour that's had a little bit of adversity, thank you for the hats, Coach. That's awesome. We, maybe dropped off the air. Maybe didn't have any sound. We wouldn't want it any other way here in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Hell yeah.
This is a tough people. This is a badass people. This is a passionate people. This is a football town, and this weekend, the whole world is reminded of that. Cheers to you. And cheers to Albert, too, on the other side of this break, where we'll have Nick Saban, West Virginia man. Born and raised in West Virginia, join us. We'll have Ray Baker, we'll have Pac-Man Jones, we'll have a great time as we kick off the biggest weekend in West Virginia football in a long, long time. Here's to everybody. Thank you. We'll see you on the other side. Right away for your trucking man.
Hello, Mountaineer Land. I'm Pat McAfee, your kicker and punter.
Pat McAfee making superb open field tackle near midfield. Pick up the Bulldogs.
What's up, y'all? This is Adam Pac-Man Jones, WVU Mountaineers. My top 5 things about WVU. Number 5, the party. Grant Road, Sydney, Secret Castle, Hillwood, Number 4, the 60 Country Road. After the country road, take me home to a place I belong. With the Number 3, didn't walk out that tunnel at Mountaineer Stadium. It was nothing like the crowd was static. And we are the only major team in the state of Mississippi. Unbelievable. Number 2 on the list, the big one that's 100% like family. Not what you see when you first arrive there. Number 1, Cheese Lake was number 1. Summertime, you can enjoy the noise, get away, have a little fun, and we did that. I mean, we would go jet skiing a lot at Cheese Lake. But these are my top 5 things that I love and had a sure doing at WVU.
The following program is a collection of students talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not in any case reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Change their life.
This city this weekend, as it has done so many times in the past. There's been a couple Penn State fans that have come into this crowd, and I'll tell you what, they have not been treated hospitably, but I'll tell you what, there's what's happened again. The time they came to Morgantown tried to run their mouth right here on Woodbury. Yep. Yep. All right. We're now 23 hours away from kickoff. West Virginia hosting number 8 in the country, Penn State, has 8.5 point underdogs. The energy and buzz is palpable. We're so incredibly lucky to be here. I'm not alone, obviously. The Toxic Table's here. At Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One after the hammer, Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. And 2 living West Virginia Mountaineer legends have been joining us all first hour and for the rest of the program. The runaway beer truck, Owen Schmidt. And, ladies and gentlemen, a man that transformed this town more than anybody in its history. He was a video game magician. He was an on-field demon. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat White. All right, so obviously the first hour was awesome. We talked to Garrett Green. We talked to Neil Brown. Connor, what was your sense from them? They seemed calm. They seemed relaxed. Neil Brown was handing out beers that are 4% alcohol.
Yeah, very prepared. It feels like, they heard the noise. Obviously, we all saw the Neil Brown, no West Virginia players be on the top 100 when it came to, I believe, ESPN's list or an SEC list by a certain somebody. Stupid list. Feels like they are kind of ready to prove themselves almost, which you really don't get, especially after, finishing 4th in the Big 12. It feels like they're ready to go. I mean, I don't think Morgantown, and granted, I'm not like you guys. I didn't go here. I don't know what it was like in late 2000s and how electrifying it was. I mean, shit, I'm looking at the Sugar Bowl right now. It's sitting in front of me. These 2 trophies, absolutely glorious. But it does feel like the buzz is back. Morgantown is back. West Virginia is back. And, Neil Brown and Garrett Green, they're kind of embracing that, which I feel like is the right move to do. And, they're ready. They're ready to take that next step. Diggs asked Garrett Green, what did you do this offseason to kind of get better? He went down to Bama, where the greats are born. He figured out what he needs to improve on it. If I'm Penn State, I'm pretty worried right now about what's about to go down in Morgantown tomorrow around noon.
Yeah, the buzz is awesome. It's electrifying. It does feel like it is a standard operating fall back whenever Pat White was our quarterback, because every weekend there was an opportunity to do something special, and every weekend there was an opportunity to burn 30 to 2,000 couches. And there are nervous couches around Morgantown again. Morgantown. I think they tried to kind of harness that for a little bit. I think they were kind of scared of being the image of being a school that's about a good time, about a school that's about celebrating, about a school that's about one year. Go to class every once in a while, and then also hammer some beers at night. We're embracing it all back. West Virginia is a special place, and this weekend will all be on display. College football week 1 kicked off last night in magical fashion. North Carolina gets a massive win over Minnesota in tie. I know that you were super pumped to watch Minnesota do their thing on primetime television. They lose to Mac Brown. The kicker for North Carolina, Burnett was their MVP, and the punter, Tom McGinnis, was their other MVP. You're talking about 52-yarders late in the second half. You're talking about 46-yarders late in the fourth quarter. You're talking about punts pinning Minnesota down to 1. This was old school Big Ten football, and an ACC team came in and out Big Ten Minnesota. Ty, how do you feel about what happened last night on primetime.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. I mean, home game for Minnesota. Obviously, we know early in the season, until about the midway point in November, the snake oil in Minnesota is potent, and it tastes good, and everyone buys into it, and then they kind of taper off. But like you said, the specialist for North Carolina won them that game last night. I mean, Max Johnson obviously had that, terrible injury, and who knows? I mean, I don't know if it's been reported what's going to happen to him, but I mean, that's a hell of a win for North Carolina. They're kind of in that period where they really don't know what they have post Drake May. That is a massive win for them, and kind of gives them enough juice at least going into next season. Because you lose a game like that, and you lose your starting quarterback for the year, like that's a recipe for going into a straight free fall. Their specialist came in and saved the day for them.
Yeah, it was a big time win, and I think Herbstreit, whenever we were in Dublin, was like, this feels like an 18-16 game or something like that.
Spot on.
Spot on. Herbie does it again.
Yeah.
Last night also, and these people have been chanting Garrett Heisman all day. Garrett Heisman. Garrett Heisman.
Woo, make that. Believe, baby.
There's a 25-year-old who has a chance of chanting his name as well. 5 touchdowns in the first half. Cam Rising in Utah had a big performance last night, Tony.
Yeah, Cam Rising went 10 of 15 with 5 touchdowns. Okay, so yeah, pretty good, pretty efficient. Obviously, he comes back after not playing at all last year, so Utah's got their offense back after coming into the Big 12, which is going to be a new test for them. But throwing 5 touchdowns on 15 passes is pretty good. Obviously, Southern Utah not the greatest of opponent for them, but Utah's favored to win the Big 12. Yeah.
That's bull.
I don't think so. Cam Rising, obviously an absolute dog, and injured last week. His conversation played. Cam Rising is a very good football player. Only played one half. Very mature. Was spinning it all over the yard. Utah gets a massive win. The biggest win of the night. NC State, though, another top 25 team. They struggled early, end up getting a win. Thoughts on that going forward, Tone Dick?
Yeah, they were down going into the fourth quarter when they were 30-point favorites, which was insane. NC State's supposed to be one of those sleeper teams in the. They're ranked. They're one of the sleeper teams in the ACC, and Western Carolina gave pretty much everything they could handle until the fourth quarter. Grayson McCall, new quarterback from Coastal Carolina, came over. He eventually settled in, and they pulled away to win 38-21. But there was some buttholes that were puckered early in NC State.
And I'm going to mention another game that took place last night, but I'd like to preface this so that everybody understands what side of the fence we are on. A man who helped build everything that has happened here at West Virginia. He's now the coach at Jacksonville State. Pat, you know this man very well. Rich Rodriguez and their Jacksonville State team got their asses beat by Coastal Carolina last night. 55 points hung on Jacksonville State. There was some classic Rich Rodriguez moments where he was chewing players. He's got a new team, a big team, PSD moments that he potentially had.
Well, the word on the street is Rich Rod has changed. He's calmed down a little bit, but after that butt smack, I think he's going to go back to the old Rich.
I hope so. I hope he does. I hope he brings back the fire a little bit. Oh, and they hung 55 on a Rich Rodriguez team. I would not want to be in practice this morning or in any meeting going forward for anybody on that team.
That's going to be a conditioning test waiting to happen. I talked to Travis Strickett last night. Who is Coastal Carolina's offensive coordinator.
Okay.
So, obviously, there's some history here. Travis was here while Rich was here. Obviously, his dad was here, Rick Trickett.
He's the coach, I think, still at Jacksonville State.
So, he's still O-line down there at Jacksonville State. I said, why'd you have to do Rich dirty like that? And his response,
I don't know.
No, what is the no, my friend?
I don't know what it is.
What?
We're all kind of wondering. I think we're all kind of...
What? Right there. You see the sign? What did he say? Mr. Beer Truck, what? Oh, you say Mr. Beer Truck?
One of the offensive coordinator for Coastal Carolina, Travis Strickett, whose dad was the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach for Jacksonville State with Rich Rodriguez. What did Travis Strickett say about it the whole night?
Ask that.
Really?
Oh, okay.
He wanted to get him. He wanted to bury him.
Oh,
he certainly did.
Buried him.
Yeah, well, Rich Rodriguez is back. Rich Rodriguez, a very successful football coach who has changed football forever, born and raised in the great state of West Virginia. Jimbo Fisher, a man who has transformed college football, has had massive success, born and raised in West
West Virginia.
And a man who was born and raised in Fairmont, West Virginia, who would go on to become the greatest college football coach of all time. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Saban.
Hey, I'm sure there's somebody out there from Monongah, and I'm sure there's somebody out there from Fairmont, and all them good places me and Terry used to go.
Okay, Coach, they just gave you a round of applause. I don't think that's ever happened for anybody that isn't associated with West Virginia University. You're the GOAT. We're incredibly thankful for your time. And I want to let you know, your home state has showed up for us. It's 100 degrees with 100% humidity. They're standing on concrete and a hill, Coach.
Tell them all we're still singing country roads, man.